From the 2260s onward, the Type-2 hand phasers employed by officers of the Federation Starfleet were updated to move past the traditional handgun-style frame of earlier hand phasers. The new designs were built into a single long casing and lacked any conventional sights, instead relying on digital auto-targeting systems when firing. Type-2 phasers of the post-2260 variety feature a range of 16 settings, starting with light stun beams and culminating with high-yield blasts, able to cut through meters of solid rock. The spread and intensity of a phaser discharge can also be manipulated by the user, allowing for incredibly precise blasts or wider beams used to strike multiple targets or create large openings in terrain. The various applications of the Type-2 phaser are not limited to direct lethal and non-lethal combat. The weapons can be calibrated for use as cutting tools or welding torches, as well as featuring a forced overload setting to convert the devices into explosive charges. Firing a phaser at level 16 multiple times presents a serious risk of overheating, and as a result, the weapons are programmed with an automatic 6-second cooling period between shots. Even when used cautiously, only 10 shots can be fired from a standard phaser at maximum setting before exhausting the power supply. The casing of a Type-2 phaser is fairly resilient and shock resistant, but it is not waterproof, and submerging the weapon in liquid while active will result in irreparable damage. The weapons are not carried at all times by Starfleet personnel, but are made readily available in retractable compartments throughout all Federation starships and installations. Starfleet away teams rarely carry any higher grade weapons than the Type-2, with larger compression rifles and assault phasers being reserved for only the most dire emergencies and times of conflict. Type-2 phasers contain a small transmitter that maintains a constant connection to the main computer of the ship or station they are stored aboard. This allows a Federation facility or spacecraft to remotely default all phasers to a particular setting, most often light stun, to avoid accidental casualties. As an additional safety measure, any phaser beam fired at one of the highest settings will only become lethal after reaching 1 meter from the emitter, limiting the danger to the user from radiation and blast damage. Hand phasers can be recharged at any of a starship's EPS conduits, taking only a few moments to be returned to full power and made ready for further use. Thank you for watching Spacedock. Please remember to like, subscribe and share for more science fiction spacecraft summaries. If you enjoy the channel, why not consider pledging your support on Patreon? For just $1 a month, you'll be able to access the Spacedock schedule to see what's coming up.